The next emotions that are displayed by our body language that we're going to discuss are upset. Well, when things don't go the way we expect them to happen, when we are disappointed, this is the emotion that comes into the picture. Some body language signals to look out for or to identify the upset signals could be like a tightened jaw, a deliberate frown on the forehead. When we talk of the word frown, 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 frowning means when generally, as shown in this picture, when people bring their eyebrows together, when they shrunk their eyebrows, that shows a kind of disappointment, a kind of disagreement, prolonged disapproving nods. When we're talking to somebody, as discussed earlier, if we agree with somebody, we nod in a positive manner. We try to say, yes, that shows our agreement with the communicator. Opposite to which, if we keep nodding in a negative manner, disapproving manner, that shows that we are upset about a particular matter or we are not agreeing with the communicator. Walking impatiently at the back or side of the room with head down, facing the ground, and with the annoying face. This also shows that you're upset about something, you haven't liked something. Taking off the reading glasses. Well, this can happen as your regular gesture also, or it could be something related to your personal habit as well. But sometimes when you're upset or when you're disappointed, you tend to take out your glasses and just place them on the table or somewhere, or just take them off in a disagreement or kind of disappointment. When you close your eyes occasionally, it tends to show that you're upset about something. Avoiding eye contact with others or having a very cold stare. Cold stare is like looking at somebody, a non pleasant expression, showing that you are upset, showing that something has been disliked by you. Also, unstable or losing control over emotions. For example, if your voice is shaking, or out of control gestures of hands, or if you're trying to make your point sometimes, or as shown in the picture over here, putting your hand over your head, it also shows that you're upset or you are not happy about a certain thing. In a professional life, sometimes it is little crucial to read upset body language. The reason being, people generally don't find it appropriate to showcase or to express that they're upset in a loud manner. They prefer keeping it to themselves sometimes, and they prefer not to show it through their body language if possible, at least with loud actions. So, at such times, you can watch out for very subtle and soft signals which still tells you if a person is upset about a certain thing. Well, the expressions that we discussed just now, the facial expression talks a lot about a person if he's upset. Being upset is not exactly negative, but yes, it may lead to failure in communication. That is why it is very much important to read this body language rightly, because it may cause miscommunication. It may cause failure to the communication. That is why reading or watching out this body language is equally important. Well, after being upset, there is something which happens to us quite common in our personal and professional life. Both. Oh, I hope you're not with this kind of session right now. Well, this is a quite common and very general human emotion. There is no crime or there is nothing wrong in being bored. Different people get bored for different reasons, and everybody has a particular interest in a subject, a particular interest in a kind of communication that they prefer. And because of this variety of choices and the individuality of preferences of people, the kind of subject that we like and we prefer to be discussed, or the kind of environment that we prefer to be surrounded with, leads us for getting bored. Well, every part of a person's body sends out a particular signal when somebody is bored. These could be the gestures such as prolonged or frequent yawns, or eyes literally shut for a duration that's longer than desired. You can come to know when somebody is falling asleep during your presentation or during your training, also sometimes, like face to face training, during a particular discussion, a meeting. This shows that the person is definitely lacking interest, is no longer mentally present in the communication, and he's totally bored. Bored people usually look everywhere other than at the speaker, which is very, very, very disappointing though. Yes, but it is the sign of people who are being bored. They frequently look at their watch as if just to wait when the training or when that particular meeting will get over, when that session will get over. They even sometimes, this is the worst of all, they even sometimes write or check their emails or their Blackberry phones or their emails on the phone or messages sometimes, or WhatsApp these days, like frequently checking your mobile devices or your notepads or the fancy gadgets that you're carrying. It shows that it is not important for you to pay attention in that particular discussion or meeting, but checking the phone or replying to the message is more important. And it certainly indicates that the person is completely bored. They also give blank stares when their eyes are open and, like staring without understanding a particular point. And they have their body significantly bent back to a degree that conveys lack of interest. This also can be described as slouching in a chair. Slouching means not sitting with an erect posture in the chair. This shows lack of interest. Bored people also distract the speaker. They try to discourage the speaker. They converse on unrelated topics or criticize the speaker privately to their neighbor. This is worst of all. Sometimes people want the session to get over so desperately that they not only show their boredom, but they also try to distract the speaker, try to interrupt him, try to disrupt him with the kind of action that might not be appropriate. They might crack jokes that won't be relevant to the topic. If the person who is getting bored is manipulative, he might even discuss his point of view or his comments with his neighbor and try to distract him also, even if the neighbor is perhaps interested in the meeting or perhaps paying attention. This kind of behavior should be noticed and should be watched out for, especially in during the presentations, during the trainings. Such kind of people are known to be the ones that should be dealt very carefully so that they don't feel offensive for that behavior, and also they learn the lesson that that sort of behavior is inappropriate in any kind of training or any kind of presentation or any kind of meetings. Hence, such people should be communicated for their inappropriate behavior in a very subtle and assertive manner.